Hello, I'm going to be as short as direct in this one, I hope, but I usually never do. I am in my room in the Netherlands, just moved in, just woke up from moving in yesterday, has no electricity, actually. Um, I'll explain why later, but in this one, I will try to explain my complicated feelings that have arisen from moving in here. They are mostly negative, so let's get through the bullet point list that I have. Actually, you know what? While I'm trying to open this up, I'll tell you why there's no electricity that I plan to reveal to my dorm mate here. I forgot to tell him. I was putting in a lamp. Turns out it's like, I don't really know the reason why, but it exploded and now there's no electricity. I mean, it was just a lamp. I don't know. I'm confused. Alright. So there's a lot of... Let's just go through this one by one. There's some pain that I have. A lot of pains. Some of them physical. A lot of it is mental. I think it's important that I list out them all. So I think I'm actually sick in multiple ways. First, I've been having diarrhea since I was even in the airport. A pain in shoulders and arms. I assume that's because I was carrying around heavy luggage, something muscles, sensitivity in teeth, and side feels stuck. So I guess I was brushing my teeth a bit too hard or something. Fillings chipped off. I made a video about how I have fillings, and some of it is like extra sensitive, but I believe the quote-unquote side feeling stuck is literally just the pain that comes from having a cavity in one of your teeth, which is very bad and needs to be removed. We planned to get it removed in Indonesia, but there really just was zero time until our flight. So I'm going to have to get it removed here. Somehow I'll figure that out. Post-viral dry coughing, 2 months, and it has only been around 3 to 4 weeks. Sounds like this. I can literally cough on command. Possibly hungry, thirsty. I can only eat what we brought in our suitcases for now because we haven't gone shopping, and I made a shopping list. How I made that shopping list is just like, I'm gonna go around the room, and whenever I have a need, like toilet paper or a stacker or something, I'll buy it later, I'll keep notes of it. And thirsty, well, I mean, the only benefit is that drinking water is free and you can get it from the taps. It's clean enough to drink. That's just the one benefit. I can drink as much as I want, but I don't trust the taps. They got carcinogens or whatever. So I still want to buy like bottled water. Dizzy, disoriented, I suppose. That's just jet lag. I mean, I don't want to think about it too hard. I'll just assume it's jet lag. And yeah, okay, so the next thing. No slow, gradual, or new environment. It's just bam, futuristic, clean city. Compared to Indonesia and where I am right now, it is such a whiplash of environment that it will probably take, I don't know, a month for me to understand everything and see everything is normal. And we'll get into later, like, I'm trying to find a sense of normalcy so that I can go back to my usual normal life without having to think of anything new to do or be surprised at the new things. I've kind of, throughout my entire life, always tried to find a sense of security, whether it be in my future or my surroundings. And whenever I don't feel secure, I feel scared. Okay. Yep, everything is different. The atmosphere, the sky, the attitude, the layout, the people, what I see, what I feel, what I eat. It's all new. Very clear skies. I don't think the pollution is as bad in Indonesia, which kind of weirds me out. The buildings are actually real. They're not like little tiny cabins with metal cheap metal sheets for roofs. They're actually like Victorian brick buildings and big wooden doors. It's pretty insane. I did kind of note that it was a bit. Oh yeah, I think you can hear my roommate using the toilet or something. Yeah, thin walls here as well. Um, okay, the layout of everything. It's kind of weird. In Indonesia, all of the residences are in one place. All of the places where you can buy food, it's all in one place. Here, someone opens up a business, it's just going to be in the middle of a city, and what that business is, it could be anything, laundry or food or whatever. It could just be the bottom floor of a building. Who knows what the other parts of the building are going to be for, and residences are just in the middle of that. And it's a bit more messy, and I don't know where to go besides just kind of searching on Google Maps, I guess, for what I want. Like, I want to find a printing place just in case if I forgot any documents, and I don't even know if the printing here is going to be as convenient as in Indonesia. I'm going to make a video about like how what I took for granted from Indonesia compared to the Netherlands, because everything there was surprisingly a lot more convenient. I should have expected it, and it might have something to do with the population of the country. Who knows? So yeah, the people, they are like, when I think of them, even just visually, I get scared as well because they are very different from what I used to. They look different, they speak different, and they act different. I don't know how different they are or what I should expect from that, and also I don't know how to interact with them so that I wouldn't be disrespecting them in any way. That'll just be something that I have to get used to. And not like out of a sense of xenophobia or hatred, just fear. Like, I don't want to turn that fear into hatred. Just, I don't know what they're gonna be like. Not just that they're different, but also they are all of them. Even the women, they're very big. They're huge, taller than most Indonesians, because Indonesia is the country with the lowest height average, men and women, and the Netherlands is literally the opposite, the highest in the world for height for men and women. It is insane. I am I am Jack in the land of giants. Okay. Yeah, that was the first few bits. Let's get to the next part. I can tell it would take a very long time to be comfortable here, since I honestly wasn't even ready. For now, I do regret that 100%. I miss home. I have homesickness. On top of the fact I have no way back or plan to go back for over a year. And that is even if things go right. So my academic plan to be here is for 1.5 years. And there are many cases of double degree program students from ITS that fail a couple of semesters. And now I honestly expect that to happen because compared to even my peers, I am less than them in many ways, communication wise, but also just technical ability wise. So I don't really expect to pass completely smoothly. We will see, and I will give myself like one semester of adaptation. And if I fail that, then I'll repeat that semester. And if I fail that, then I do not expect, like, I already expect myself to learn as much as I could from the first semester that I failed. But if I fail again, then there's just something wrong with me and I'll go back, you know. But yeah, I don't even, if I am honestly slightly motivated to go back to Indonesia because at least on the first day, again, that homesickness is strong and I haven't gotten used to being here yet. My desires are mostly rooted in knowing and feeling what is where I was, because that's what I'm used to, and now I'm in a new place. But I am aware of the fact that I wouldn't be able to for a very long time. So that's scary. Okay, I don't know when I am truly comfortable. Like, do other students, do my peers struggle like we are right now? I assume not, because they already found their own system of being used to things, and they also have a lot of friends and have a system of places that can fill their needs, like food and stuff like that, whenever they just want to get chores done. But we don't just yet. That knowledge is important. Um, it's obviously the situation that we are now is not as domesticated as a family, because I realized that I also took a lot of things for granted when I am with my family, like just free cooked food, and now I have to find it myself, you know. No, I have no frame of reference either for, okay, feeling, for when I'm feeling secure. That feeling secure is just gone, and I don't know what the requirements for being secure are compared to others. I don't know when I am going to be comfortable, because I don't know what the requirements are for being comfortable. That said, though, I guess it doesn't matter if I don't have to compare myself. I can just know when I am comfortable. I'm trying to find a sense of normalcy, like, okay, now I can do normal everyday things like back in my old country, but I don't know how long they'll take. Okay. Said that already. Yeah, this next one is going to be an important point. I have no friends, apparently. The two people that I went here with, the two people in my generation that are taking the Netherlands double degree program, I can't communicate properly with them. I try to say my point. Sometimes I'm not being direct, and I think back on what I said, and I guess I should have been slightly more direct, but also I just say things. They don't really know how to react, even though I thought I was saying something normal and expected. And not only that, I have a very weird sense of humor that I don't think they would understand the way that I would interact with my family or my little sister. It's not something that I can enjoy with them. I guess it's better than no one. Like, if I was truly alone, I would have definitely actually suffered. I am very happy that I did travel along with them, because my troubles are shared along with them, and I have to find solutions to those troubles, and I can just follow them. Um, but still, I can't communicate with them properly. Hold on. Okay. Uh, no one back in Indonesia cares that much besides my family, really. I've kept very vague friendships with, I don't know, like two-ish people on Discord, and we barely communicate. In fact, the last time I talked to them was definitely weeks. And that's literally it. That's all my friends. I'm very sad about, that, but again, it's a repeat of when I moved from my old place in Indonesia to my university, ITS in Surabaya, very far away from them, and again, no friends. Here, at least, I'm forced to be with someone, my roommate, which is also someone from Indonesia that I know, so it's not the worst situation possible. And I'm currently trying to find, like, reasons why that I'm not in the worst place possible, you know? I can't show off what I want to anyone. Like, I've went through the airport. There are a lot of interesting things, and I suppose I could keep up with my Instagram account, just to show off to random people on the internet. But there's no one special that would care too much. Again, my siblings, I suppose I could, but I tried, and have they're not too interested. Apparently, our relationship isn't like that close, but it's cool, I guess. It's whatever. I mean, I can't expect them to care. It's just whatever. It's just something that I deal with. I still talk awkwardly. I thought I have changed. Like, I am actually open about my thoughts, and whenever I do have something to ask, I at least consider talking to them. Sometimes I don't because, like, the conversation that the two other people are having, like, it just kind of continues, and it would be awkward to ask my old question, you know? But sometimes I am able to interject and ask something. It's usually not incredibly important, but I still do want to know the information that I want to get from them. But apparently, I still ask questions that they think are weird, but the difference is that I don't think they are weird. I thought they were like natural questions. Like, I guess I'll just give an example. Asked compared to other people's students' dorms, is this one good? And the person that I asked was weirded out by the questions, like, what? Why should you compare yourself to others or something? Like, I'm just assuming what was going on in his head. But he just asked, well, I mean, is it good for you? I guess that's all that matters. I just kind of wanted a sense of other people's dorms and if it was good compared to mine. Because I don't really know what the standards are. But I guess as long as I think it's good, it's good. That's what he thought. There's an expected closeness to Indonesian immigrants in Netherlands, but I can barely interact with them in the first place, which is why I left Indonesia. One big reason why I left Indonesia is because you're expected to do internships with other companies in Indonesia, but I genuinely cannot see myself being able to do an internship in Indonesia. Your communication has to be crystal clear, and I mix in English and Indonesia just because my fluency in Indonesia just isn't that good. I cannot see myself doing a prepper on the spot presentation at least, or even talk to like higher up without misunderstanding what they mean sometimes because of just human reasons, but also possibly because I don't understand their vocabulary. It's a messy situation, and that's kind of why I immigrated, because I at least am in a position where I'm expected to not understand things as an international student. You know, they'd be using Dutch and they'd have to use clear English for me to get it, and I'd also have to use English. So it's slightly better, but that's the thing. I am expected to at least have a connection back to my old country in Indonesia. There's an expected closeness, as I've said, but I don't have that. I left because I don't have a close connection with the Indonesian, but it's expected. And by expected, I mean like Indonesians are meant to speak Indonesian to each other because they understand that language. But again, I'm not completely fluent in it. And second, there's many like Indonesian related events, such as we are actually being invited to the 17 August, this upacara, which is Indonesian Independence Day. That's cool. I guess I might join that. But that's just an example of the expected closeness that we're supposed to have. Okay, there's a couple of things that I took for granted. One of them is temperature control. It's the summer, and it's actually slightly more humid and hotter than I expected it to be in my own room in the Netherlands. I, of course, I kind of expected it to be completely cold all the time, so I don't know. At least the bed is soft. I did not expect that. The bed's good. It's about the same quality as I had in my old room. Besides that, friendly people caring about you. Yeah, that's a very big difference between the Dutch and Indonesia. And Indonesia, I guess, is just a lot more friendly. It's a lot more kind and caring, especially around my parents that dote on me all the time and care about me. That's very cool. No one has that relationship with me in the Netherlands. No one is expected to do that for you. You're expected to just kind of know your own needs and fill your own needs completely to the end. But in Indonesia, it was very different. Like, I had a maid that pretty much cleaned everything for me, and also the food was very readily available. And now those two things are gone, and I have to find that for myself. Even my roommate who doesn't really truly care for me, and I don't really care about his needs either, so it's fair, but still, we have to figure out our own stuff and inventory, and I won't like remind him of anything, but I'll remind him when like it bothers me, and I'm sure their relationships are the same like that. Um, like I molded. Okay, so continuing that sentence about friendly people caring about you. Like, I molded my parents throughout my life to be comfortable around me, but everyone I interact with now expect me to be a decent human being and take care of myself, which I wasn't really doing that back in Indonesia. I expected that I was, but I guess it wasn't enough. Okay. Yeah, I pretty much said all that I wanted to there. So many chores to do again. But again, I can do them because of the pain. The pain that I said in the very beginning of this video. Diarrhea, pain in the shoulders and arms is the strongest one. Like, that's the thing that triggers, like, me just saying pain over and over again. It hurts. When am I going to stop suffering? Okay. Yeah, I have all of these chores in my head that I have to do, and also things that I have to go grocery shopping for because my needs aren't being filled. I need to make a system of things to get used to, like being, like people to be friendly with. Like, I saw the alumni that was going to pick us up. He just said hi to someone random on the street, and I just assumed they knew each other. And I'm like, damn, I don't know them. How does he know them? I guess he's just been here for a long time, and I'm sure he's met them. And I should have, after a while, I should meet them too because he did, you know. But also just people that have resources and I want to use those resources. It could be, you know, the supermarket cashier, but it could also obviously be students that have knowledge, and I want to share knowledge to help with tasks and assignments and stuff. And also just places that I want to know about, like laundry and restaurants, so that I know where to be, where they are, especially if they're halal, you know, Turkish places. And I don't know about any of them or how to travel to them. And I want to be like comfortable there as soon as possible. Again, I'm just trying to find, like, I think the most important thing about this whole video is just I'm trying to find a sense of normalcy. Yeah, I need to do a lot of things. Need to unpack, which actually I think I did most of that. I need to clean. I haven't done that. Need to find a way to get around. OV pay cards for buses and trains, walking, but also I need to buy a bike for convenience's sake. And I need to do everything that's bureaucratic. So, you know, I am a new immigrant in this country. Need to those are the coughs. Need to sign up for a bunch of things and make myself get recognized as a citizen if I'm currently kind of like illegally here. Just a temporary stay because of the MVV or whatever. And we're currently trying to figure out how to Wi-Fi. I am currently not Wi-Fi-ing. I'm using the limited 10 gigabyte roaming data packet, incredibly expensive, and also it'll run out after 30 days, and or I finished the 10 gigabytes that I am on right now. Anyways, apparently that was all the points. Apparently I was so like tired and sleepy after that entire trip that I slept for like 10 hours straight. Well, I slept for like 7 hours, and then the electricity cut off or something. I thought, well, I'm too tired to deal with this. And then I slept for another 3 hours after like doing a lot of the cleaning up that I was supposed to do when I was awake. Like I accidentally slept for 7 hours the first time, which is something that I usually never do. Anywho, that's pretty much it for everything, I think. Just to remind y'all the point of this video, complicated feelings that I have right now about moving into the Netherlands. Mostly negative. I tried to do like something called an emotional check and try to like root out what the cause is and the resulting emotions from them, just to be very clear. First, it's basically just confused about everything, what I'm supposed to do, and how to find normalcy. And because of that, I am scared. That usually comes from a fear of the unknown. And yeah, I don't know what to do, as I've said earlier, about the confusion. And because of a result of that, I guess it's just kind of depressed. Because of the overmounting things that I have to do to become normal, to have the sense of normalcy. And that's just kind of, this is just kind of like a repeat of the feelings that I had when I moved into my new university in ITS. I feel like I'll become another hikikomori, but hikikomori is just a guy that stays stuck in his room all day because of all the pressures that society puts on him, and that's kind of how I feel right now, I suppose. But of course, I will try to get everything done. Like today, I plan to at least do everything that I can do online, and then I'll try to do everything that I can do offline tomorrow or something, like sign up at City Hall and get the TBC test. And today I'll sign up for KBRI and just update a lot of information about my new address, easy stuff first, hard stuff later. Besides that, yeah, the other point besides my feelings about moving here is also trying to find that sense of normalcy, which I already went very in depth earlier. So yeah, those are the 2 points. Thank you for listening. Hopefully it becomes better. I am not really trying to find like validation from the comments or anything, but I don't have anyone else to share a lot of these deep thoughts about with, and they are complex enough to make like a 15-20 minute video about. Thank you for listening. If you have any advice, please do say so. Even just emotional encouragement would be good. But I am mostly just recording this to capture my emotions right now, and also just share it to at least one person online, because it would be very awkward and weird if I did this with like someone that I actually know, I suppose. So yeah, consume everything and goodbye. Consume everything and goodbye. Consume everything and goodbye. Consume everything and goodbye.